Bro, it's time to talk about Austin Reeves, bro. I promise you, I'm about to start putting this man in convos that some of y'all not ready for. Austin Reeves, so far that's been the buckets that he getting, the numbers he posting up, it's ridiculous, bro. I said this like last year, bro. Austin Reeves, third option. He better than some of your first options. Some of y'all sat there and thought I was tripping. Y'all thought I was lying, but no. We here, baby. We here.
It's every year. This is Austin Reeves. Every year. And I don't want to make videos like this. I don't. I know I have to. I know I'm critical of Austin Reeves, but he wants $40 million, even $30 million. He wasn't even a $15 million player last night. Rui has been better in the 3 games Reeves has played than Austin Reeves. I'd rather give Rui $30 million than give Reeves this. He's a Laker. I don't want to have to come on and criticize him and talk about how cheeks he is and all this stuff. I don't.
I want to give back everything because it means so much to me.
Austin Reeves. Foul baiter.
Let's go this one. Jamal Murray won a chip. Don't want to hear it. Oh, I'm assuming that was to your comment, Jason, about other guards that have struggled in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I think that Denver Nuggets team wins the title if Austin Reeves from this year is healthy and in rhythm next to Jokic.
Just a here for me, even though I broke your heart a million times.
Nuggets?
No, from 2023.
Oh, for 2020. Okay, gotcha.
It's not a victory.
Not to say, like, guys, I do think Jamal Murray is proven to be a better playoff player than Austin. My point is the point I was trying to make is, like, as the league has gotten more physical and the best teams in the league have been so good on defense, skill guards all around the league are struggling. Like, Jalen Brunson is really the only dude
I made a decision that if I spend a little more time,
on-ball guard in this environment.
Yeah, and Jalen Brunson is very, very physically strong. That certainly helps him in that type of situation.
Good point.
showing you instead of telling you, and letting you quit pretending to.
We are back, folks. We are back, man. We are back, man. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in, man. Wow, man. I'm in a good mood right now, Chad. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm in a good mood right now, man. You know, it's nothing like getting back in contact with one of your old eaters. You know, it's nothing like it, man. It's like, baby, I missed you, you know?
You a freaky frog.
So I'm in a good mood right now, folks. Okay, I'm in a good mood right now. I needed that girl. But yeah, let's get on with the show though, folks. You guys see the title of the show. All right. We're gonna get to that trash that is the Cleveland Cavaliers here in a second. Like I said, I'm not about to spend all day and night talking about the Knicks and the Cavs. Both of those teams bore the shit out of me, and neither one of those teams were going to win the finals anyway. The finals is going on right now between San Antonio and the Oklahoma City Thunder. OKC just took a 2-1 series lead last night over San Antonio, and I told you guys on the show we did last night, and it's funny because I woke up to some comments and niggas were saying, "Oh, but after game 1, you were saying Wemby is he's so great." Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. I mean, at least I said sorry. I'm sorry. Okay? Thank you. Now we can move on. But yeah, shout out to everybody that's tuning in though. We got this clown Skino. What up, pussy? We got BS for you. He said LeBron fans.
You bitch ass LeBron James fans. LeBron fans.
We got the Winter Soldier. He said you're a freaky frog.
You a freaky frog.
Yeah, we got Olu. What's going on, man? We got Millionaire 313, Mankind, Sergeant Slaughter, JJ, Daniel Barry. We got Young Tally, Tal Assassin, Rich Lucas. What up, man? We got Dat Manti, Sergeant Slaughter, Prince Avery. What's going on, man? We got Real 80s Baby, Nahar, Chad. You said, I wonder what bad news we're going to get. Well, that's a good statement, folks. So like you guys see by the title of the show, folks, I have more horrific news to report on. Okay, I have more horrific news to report on for Faker fans. Unfortunately, I have to be the bearer of bad news, and we're gonna get to the Mayonnaise Media and what they had to say. You know, they're still living in delusion, but I'm here to let you guys know. I'm sorry, folks. Unfortunately, it's over. All right, if you're a Faker fan, go ahead and put the fries in the bag. Matter of fact, chat, can you guys spam the fries in the chat? We need Faker fans to get this through their thick skulls. Trevor, matter of fact, let me talk to Trevor Lane for a quick second. Hey, Trevor, you know, I saw you drop the video earlier, and we're going to react to it in a second. All right? I understand your name is Faker's Nation, right? And we get it. You know, the Faker season is done, so now you don't have any content. I'm not trying to sit up here, dude, and listen to bullshit videos every single day from your pod trash. Put the fries in the bag, gang. Every day, now that the season's over with and the Fakers got clapped, now every day this nigga's doing a hypothetical trade video, a hypothetical trade scenario. Put the fries in the bag. Seriously, it's over. There's no trade you're gonna make to where you're gonna catch up with OKC. I don't care who you trade for, Trevor. You can trade for Walker Kessler. You can trade for Nicholas Claxton. You can get rid of DA. You can get rid of Vando. Y'all can trade him, get rid of his contract. You can go sign Trey Murphy. You can go get Herb Jones. Do whatever the fuck you gotta do, nigga. It ain't gonna matter. So please quit wasting our time every single day with these pointless videos about hypothetical trades that more than likely won't even happen anyway. It's time to put the fries in the bag. The season's over. It's over. You got to either find something else to talk about, or we'll just see you in October. But I'm not playing this game with you all summer, dude. Every single day there's some hypothetical trade you talking about. No, I'm not playing this game, dude. Put the fries in the bag, gang. It's over with. We got Jesus. Shout out to Jesus with the what is it? The the $5 super chat.
Before I get to the basketball game, because I hate that I got to keep doing this. For all you goofy ass niggas in the chat, right? Some of you niggas is weird. Y'all be name calling me, right? Just keep that same energy if you ever see me. That's all I'm gonna say. Because some of y'all gonna slap the fuck out of you. That's word to my mother.
Shut your bitch ass up.
We got Jesus with the $5 super chat. He said fries in the bag for Con C. Yeah, I don't know where Don C is, man. You know, hopefully he's not floating in the Pacific Ocean right now. Well, he would have been got ate up by some sharks by now, right? Like, for all you niggas that work in the ocean, you know, because I've never heard of no shit. I've never heard of a job like that, right? Where you work in the ocean and, you know, you have no phone. Like, what happens, like, if there's an emergency? What happens then? Do they just throw you overboard? Do you just become shark food? Don C became shark food, chat. Like, seriously, like, what if you have like an emergency? Like, what happens? Like, if you can't use your phone, like, how does this work? Do they just throw you overboard and that's it? They just call the family and say it's over? Incredible stuff, folks. Incredible stuff, man. Yeah, I don't know if you could pay me to work in the ocean. I mean, I think I could think of some better jobs than that. You know, I wouldn't want to work in the ocean. You know, the ocean is very scary. You know, that's a very scary place, man. I don't want to be working over water. Like, that's insane. This nigga works over water. Yo, that's crazy, bro. That's like, now that I'm thinking about it, it's actually crazy to work over water. This nigga's like a fucking vegetable. You know what I mean? This nigga's a vegetable. This nigga works over water. Fuck out of here. But let's get on with the show though, folks. So I put out this tweet last night or a day ago. As you guys can see on the thumbnail. Okay. So I woke up today and obviously the fanboys are going crazy in my mentions. Okay. So this is what I said a day ago. I said AJ Mitchell and Jared McCain are better than Aston Reeves. And they are both on rookie contracts. Paying Aston anything more than a mid-level exception will be the nail in the coffin for the Fakers. Right? Like I tried to tell you guys, ladies and gentlemen, OKC, thanks to the Clippers, is just too far ahead. And even me as a LeBron James fan, right?
You bitch ass LeBron James fans.
Even me as a LeBron James fan, even I have to come to the realization that it's over in terms of trying to win a championship. Now, if you guys have been keeping up with the channel, we've been covering this team since 2022, right? So that's 4 years now. Folks, realistically, our title window, it closed the minute Rob Pelinka traded for Puka. Once the Puka trade went down, folks, that was pretty much the end of the Lakers and their title chances. And that was last year in 2025, right? That was last year. What happened in the playoffs last year? Puka got his ass beat, right? Puka got his ass beat in 5 games by Anthony Edwards. What happened this year? Puka's fat ass didn't even play. So, if we're just being realistic here, and this is what the mayonnaise media doesn't want to discuss, which I don't understand why, y'all keep talking about hypothetical trades. My question to you guys is, for what? The guy you traded for, he sucks. When he's on the floor, he gets his ass beat. And if he's not on the floor, it's because he's injured. So how can you win like this? It's impossible. So now what the mayonnaise media wants to do, and I'm about to play the video here in a second. Now what the mayonnaise media wants to do is they want to waste our time again next year. They want to run it back again with sorry ass Luka. And then on top of that, they want to pay Aston. So we got two sorry ass saltines as the face of our franchise. Folks, you guys can't even be serious at this point. You guys tell me the last 2 sorry saltines to lead their team to a championship. Go ahead, tell me. Tell me the last time 2 saltines led their team to a title. Go ahead. I'll sit right here and wait. Go ahead. Take you guys' time. Tell me the last team that won a championship where their 2 best players were 2 sorry saltines. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. It's real quiet in the chat tonight. It's real quiet down there. He said before I existed. Exactly. We're talking prehistoric. We gotta go pre-modern NBA. Yeah, we're talking prehistoric NBA days. We got Tal Assassin. Shout out to you with the $10 super chat.
I'm a rolling stone.
Austin Reeves, foul baiter. Austin Reeves, foul baiter.
He said first season with AR, I gave him a pass. I thought he'd improve. After the second season, I was over it. He wasn't getting better. It's over for AR. He wasted our time, and trading for Luka didn't help at all. Thank you, Tal Assassin. Thank you for your super chat, King. Thank you, King. This is what the Mayonnaise Media and Trevor Lane, I'm about to play the video here now. This is what they don't want to tell us, chat. You want to know why? Here's the reason why Trevor Lane and the Mayonnaise Media, here's why they don't want to have real conversations. You want to know why, chat? Because if we started having real conversations, they would have to admit the truth. What's the truth? White boys suck. That's the real conversation the Faker Collective pod trash doesn't want to have. They're always up there talking about a hypothetical trade that they've pulled out of their ass, but they never want to have a real conversation about these saltines. You're not winning with saltines. So I don't care who you go get. Go get Herb Jones. Go get Trey Murphy. Go get Nicholas Claxton. Go get Peyton Watson. Go get Walker Kessler. Who else do y'all want? Chat, who else do they want? Oh, go get Andrew Wiggins. Go get Norman Powell. Give Austin $200 million. Do everything you want to do. Because guess what? You're still not going to win. Why? Because you guys want to make the two highest paid players on the team Luka and Aston. Two sorry saltines. And now all summer, Trevor Lane is going to be clickbaiting you guys into watching his trash on YouTube. Because he doesn't want to go put the fries in the bag. Incredible stuff, folks. Let's listen to what Trevor Lane had to say.
$48 million in spending power. You've heard that over and over again. But what if we're wrong? What if the Lakers actually don't have that spending power? Then what happens? I'm Trevor Lane. This is the LakersNation.com YouTube channel. Let's dive in. This version of the ideal offseason is one in which the Lakers will, rather than become a below-the-cap team by renouncing cap holds, they will instead keep their cap holds on the books and stay over the cap, essentially deciding to run back this roster with the potential, at least, for a few changes. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. What if we're just assuming the Lakers are going to be below the cap? And I do think that's the most likely scenario. And based on Rob Pelinka's comments, I think that's the path ultimately we're headed down. But it's not the path they have to go down. Instead, the Lakers, if they wanted to, could stay above the cap and potentially have a mid-level exception to use, a taxpayer mid-level, something like that. Now, if you're looking for massive change for the Lakers roster, it's far more difficult if you go that path, of course. But let's take a look. What would it really mean? Well, here's the big decisions that have to be made. And I'm going to say that things don't play out as favorably as they have in some of the other builds that I've done for the Lakers. So let's say DeAndre Ayton opts into his $8.1 million player option for this next year, while Marcus Smart opts out of $5.4 million. And I do think both of those outcomes are likely. I think it's likely DeAndre Ayton opts in. I think it's likely Marcus Smart opts out. Ayton, I think, is a bit more on the fence. I feel fairly strongly that Smart will opt out, if at least to try to get more years on his deal. But that actually could present in this version a big problem for the Lakers. And then Austin Reeves coming in just under $15 million. We know he's not going to pick up that player option, but the type of contract we're going to sign him to under this build is completely different than if the Lakers were operating with cap space. Why? Because in this version, what he gets in his first year salary actually matters a ton when it comes to the Lakers' ability to add pieces to their roster. See, if the Lakers are below the cap team, the Lakers are just going to use his cap hold. But if they stay above the cap, they keep these contracts on the books, then the money that Austin gets this year is going to directly impact the amount of spending power that they've got to use this summer. So I've been advocating a lot for Austin to have a contract that actually decreases year by year, and to use the fact that his cap hold is going to come in at about 21 million as an advantage for the Lakers. But in this type of build, if you stay above the cap, you really need to keep that first year salary as low as you can. And then, of course, LeBron James. In this version, we've got LeBron coming back. Luka's salary is already locked in here, of course. We've got LeBron James returning to the Lakers. When I say run it back, the Lakers are going to, in this build, do what Brian Windhorst said and just pay LeBron James, reap the benefits of maybe a retirement tour. And I'm talking about financial benefits. You're going to see dollar signs. You're going to sell tons of jerseys. You're going to sell tons of tickets. And you're not going to worry as much about making that leap to be a next tier team. And let's face it, look, is that what Lakers fans want to hear? No, of course not. Lakers fans and fans of every team want to hear, how is our team going to become a contender? How are we going to compete with OKC? How are we going to compete with San Antonio? But in this world that we're stepping into here, the Lakers look at the situation they're in. They said we were the 4 seed in the Western Conference this last year. What if we have a healthy Luka? Who knows? Maybe we can be even better than that. And let's worry about making some money and just count on a healthy Luka come playoff time, taking us to the next level. All right, so let's take a
Oh my God, man. Chat. This is a grown-ass man. This is a grown man, folks. What are you, like 6 years old, dude? What are you talking about? Well, we were the 4th seed, so, maybe next year we just run it back and, we will have Luka and who knows? Dude, you sound like you still believe in the Tooth Fairy, dude. That's what he sounds like. He sounds like he still thinks Santa Claus is coming down his chimney with his presents. You are grown. What are you talking about? Well, let's just see. I mean, we were the 4th seed, so let's just run it back. And, we get Luka back, and who knows?
Shut your bitch ass up!
Chat, that's why I be saying, bro, these niggas aren't serious, bro. They're not serious individuals, man. He's not a serious individual. He's not serious, bro. Nigga, why are they acting like Luka's is this like missing X factor for the Lakers? do they realize we got gentlemen swept with Luka last year in 2025? Did they forget? If Luka, Trevor, let me ask you a question, gang. If Luka was this, big important piece for the Lakers, right? Why did we get swept why did we get gentlemen swept by the Timberwolves in 2025? Why did we get gentlemen swept if he's so important to our team? He was there, he was playing, right? So how did we get gentlemen swept? We lost in 5 games. This nigga acting like if Luka was here, we still wouldn't have got swept by the Thunder. He acting like if Luka was here, we still wouldn't have got swept. So instead of 1 cone on the floor, there would have been 2. There would have been 2 cones on the floor. Luka and Reeves. No, but let the mayonnaise media tell it, chat. Let the mayo media tell it, right? And all we were missing this year was Puka. Y'all are not serious, bro. Y'all are not serious. Y'all are not serious. You're just not. We got Where's Shroom on Twitter. He says Aston needs to understand that opting in is the only way he remains a Laker. Yeah. Not only that, Where's Shroom? And you coming off the bench. And that's going to be if the Lakers are serious. Which we don't know if they're going to be serious moving forward because they've been a joke the last few years. So maybe under Mark Walter, they'll turn over a new leaf, they'll turn the page and begin a serious chapter in Fakerland. But if the Lakers are going to be a serious team moving forward, you're exactly right. You ain't getting no massive deal, and you're coming off the bench. You're about to be a bench player. Or you can go to Chicago or Brooklyn. I don't even think they're going to want you. But you can try. You can try. We got Tal Assassin with the $2 super chat. He says, tired of the what ifs. Trevor, we need results and championships. Yeah, well, unfortunately, they've trolled so long that I think now it's just a little bit too little, too late.
Look at what that roster would be. Again, this is not, I'm sure, what any of you want to hear, but this is a potential path for the Lakers. All right, let's take a look. So in this world, the Lakers give LeBron James, this is what Brian Windhorst advocated for. Here's $50 million because the Lakers are the only team that can give him that. Understanding that LeBron James at $50 million as a business, the Lakers are going to profit way more than that, especially if this winds up being LeBron's final season. The Lakers are going to make a ton of money just off of LeBron James being on the roster. And so a $50 million salary for LeBron would be well worth it from that perspective. Now, if he's taking up $50 million in salary, is it as easy to build out a contending roster? Certainly not. That said, some of the best free agents on the market are Lakers anyway. So in this world, you're staying above the cap. The Lakers would effectively have to bring back all of their own free agents. So I'm talking Rui Hachimura, talking Luke Kennard, Marcus Smart. We'll talk about him in just a minute. These guys would all have to be Jackson Hayes. These guys would all have to be retained by the Lakers. What you're going to use is their cap hold sitting on the books. In the case of, say, Rui Hachimura, you have his full bird rights. And in this world, I'm giving Rui Hachimura a 3-year, $55 million deal, which will start right about $17 million. So that's what we're going with Rui. 3 years, $55 million. Feel like he's worth it. 50% from the field, 40% from three, north of those numbers for the last 3 years straight. So we know that this is not an outlier. He didn't just have a hot shooting season. So Rui Hachimura gets 3 years, $55 million. LeBron James gets a 1-year, $50 million deal. Once again, imperative that you retain your own free agents in this style if you're going above the cap, because frankly, you're not going to be able to replace them if they walk away. And once again, in this version, Marcus Smart has opted out. DeAndre Ayton has opted in. Meanwhile, Luke Kennard, the Lakers don't have full bird rights on him. So Rui, the Lakers could give him a max salary if they really wanted to, because they have full bird rights on him. We're going to come to terms on a 3-year, $55 million deal in this version. But Kennard, they have non-bird rights on. He was just on a 1-year contract. You can give him a modest boost off of that. But I'm going to say we're just going to run it back at about the same number. We're going to go $11 million the first year. We'll give an 8% raise off of that. This is going to ultimately settle in right around $23 million on a 2-year deal for Luke Kennard. He did fit very well offensively. He could dribble, pass, and shoot. Those are things JJ Redick has asked for. Now, that it does not give him the ability to defend at the level the Lakers want, the athleticism, the speed, the quickness, all those sorts of things. He's lacking in other areas. But once again, in this version, because you're above the cap, you don't have cap space to go spend. You lose Luke Kennard. That doesn't suddenly give you the ability to go land somebody else with that money. In other words, you've got to make sure that you retain him. So you're going to do a 2-year deal, $23 million to keep Luke Kennard. Now, in this version, I'm even saying, look, we were so happy with this team. We're keeping Nick Smith Jr. We're picking up that option there on him. He's going to come back with this team. The Lakers right now have a team option on Nick Smith. We're going to say he's back in the lineup here or on the roster. We're going to say Dalton Connect hasn't been moved. Nothing's happened. We're just focusing on bringing back our own guys, and that's it right now. So here's where this version gets a little scary. Going into this season, we're going to have the total cap is at $165 million. The Lakers obviously are going to be well north of that. In fact, when you add in the 25th pick in the draft, the Lakers, that comes in just under $3 million. The Lakers in this build with LeBron James getting $50 million to come back. Again, this is the Brian Windhorst model saying, hey, just give him $50 million because nobody else can, and get him to return and enjoy the profits that you'll get. In this build, the Lakers are coming in at about $208 million. And that's with all these salaries included. Now, once again, you could free up a little bit more flexibility. They also have 14 players under contract, which means you only have one roster spot remaining. And remember, Marcus Smart has not been back at this point, and he was critical for the Lakers last season. So in this build, you're already at $208 million. Well, guess what? The first apron is at $209 million. So what does that actually leave the Lakers in terms of spending power to add to this roster, or even just to bring back Marcus Smart? I'm going to get to that.
Wait a second, chat. Am I seeing things? I must be blind, chat. Hold on, let me zoom in. Does this say Aston 4 years, $150 million?
Austin Reeves, foul baiter.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Chat, can I ask you guys a question? What has Aston done to deserve a 4-year, $150 million contract? What has he done? Has he been an all-star? Has he made All-NBA? Have we won a championship? I mean, am I missing something here? Okay, let me ask you guys a question. Who was our third option when we won the championship in 2020? Who was our third option, chat? Who was the Lakers' third option in 2020 when they won the championship? Can somebody help me out, please? Who was our third option? Folks, I asked Google. I said, who was our third option when the Lakers won the championship in 2020? The Lakers did not have a single undisputed third option during their 2020 championship run, instead relying on a rotating supporting cast behind superstars LeBron and Anthony Davis. Key playoff contributors. While scoring was dominated by James and Davis, several players emerged as the third best player depending on the matchup. Rajon Rondo, widely considered the most impactful third player during the playoffs. Rondo served as the primary playmaker when LeBron rested and ranked third on the team in win shares despite missing 5 games. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Statistically, the Lakers' third leading scorer throughout the entire 2020 postseason, averaging 11 points per game. Kyle Kuzma, often identified as the designated third scoring option during the regular season, he transitioned into a versatile role player off the bench during the championship run, focusing on rebounding and defense. So let me get this straight. Our third leading scorer in 2020 was Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Let's see what KCP signed for. Give me 1 second, chat. Let's look up Kentavious Caldwell contract. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope contract 2020. Let's see. Oh, here we go. So after the Lakers won the championship, because remember, we won in the bubble in October of 2020. So in November 2020, KCP re-signed with the Lakers on a 3-year, $39.1 million contract. 3 years, $40 million. Let's just round up to 40. 3 years, $40 million. For a champion. So how much does that round out to, folks, per year? Average annual salary, $13 million. And that's for a two-way player, by the way. Because KCP played offense and defense. He was a two-way guy. He's a 3-and-D guy. So $13 million a year for a champion. But we're going to pay Aston $30 million a year to lose? Am I saying this correctly, Chad? I want to make sure we got this correct. Hold on. Let me see what let me see. Give me 1 second. Let me see what Rondo signed for in 2020. Let's see. Rajon Rondo contract 2020. Let's see. So it says Rajon Rondo. Now remember, this is our third best player in the playoffs. Our third option. Doe. In 2020. It says Rondo began 2020 on a 2-year, $5 million contract. 2 years, $5 million. So basically, Rondo was a vet minimum player. And he was our third option. Think about, niggas talk about value. Think about the value that we got out of Rondo, folks. He was our third option on a championship winning team, and he was making veteran minimum money. So it says Rondo began on a 2-year, $5 million deal with the Lakers, playing a crucial role in their 2020 championship run. After declining his $2.6 million player option for the following year, he entered free agency and signed a 2-year, $15 million contract with the Hawks. So KCP wins a championship, 3 years, $40 million. Rajon Rondo, third option on the team that won the title, he signs for 2 years and $15 million. Let's see what Kyle Kuzma. Give me 1 second. Let's see what Kyle Kuzma signed for in 2020. Give me 1 second, Jack. Give me 1 second. Kyle Kuzma contract 2020. Oh, basically the same deal KCP got. In 2020, Kuzma played out the final year of his rookie contract with the Lakers. On December 20, 2020, he agreed to a 3-year, $40 million contract extension with the team. So these are champions, and they're getting 3 years, $40 million. 3 years, $40 million. 2 years, $15 million. These are champions. Kyle Kuzma, first round pick. 6'9", champion. KCP, champion. Rajon Rondo, we won championships. And these guys got 3 years, $40 million. So that's about an average annual value of about $13 million a season. But yet, you tune into Trevor Lane, and they're talking about paying Aston 4 years, $150 million. And I'm trying to figure out what has he done. I need somebody to help me understand what's he done. Shout out to Tal Assassin with the $5 super chat.
You bitch ass LeBron James fans.
He said, Reg, can you explain why is Aston eligible for 4 years, 150 with no accolades? All I see is participation money. Thanks for showing up, Aston. Here's your max. Exactly. I don't care what he's eligible for. I don't care about that. What has he done? What has he done? Oh, I'll show you guys what he's done. Give me 1 second. Matter of fact, I'll tell you guys what he did this year. You want to know what he did this year, chat? He ruined our playoff run. Yeah, he ruined our playoff run. Yeah, we were 3-1 without him. He comes back and we're 1-5 with him. So he ruined our playoff run this year. Right? Pacey said he got clapped. So what has he done over the last 4 years to deserve a new contract? Oh, I know what he's done, chat. He's ruined our team completely. He's ruined our team. 2023 4-0 sweep. He was the one they were attacking. Why? Because he's a saltine who has 2 left feet and can't guard a parked car. 2024. Gentleman sweep. Jamal Murray hits the series clincher over Aston. Go back and watch Game 5. Jamal Murray hit the final shot to send the Lakers to Cancun, and Aston was the one guarding him. 2025, another gentleman sweep by the hands of a new opponent, and that will be Anthony Edwards. 4-1 sweep, gentleman sweep. Once again, Aston got abused and was nowhere to be found. This year, another 4-0 sweep. This time, a new opponent, OKC. Aston got hunted. See, 2025, he got abused. He got his ass beat. He got hands put on him in 2025. This year, they hunted him like the white wild boar that he is. He was hunted this year. He was cattle. He was cattle this year, folks. Last year in 2025, he was a domestic violence victim. He got abused. Naz Reid told him that he's going to slap the dog shit out of him. And then Jaden McDaniels comes from behind and shoves him in the back. I mean, look at this dude. Does anybody actually believe he wouldn't get his ass beat by Naz Reid? Naz Reid will kill this dude with his bare hands. Jaden McDaniels will kick his ass. Anthony Edwards can kick his ass. Rudy Gobert can kick his ass. Their whole starting lineup, Julius Randle can kick his ass. Their whole starting lineup will fuck that white boy over. And you guys wonder why he got abused. He was a domestic violence victim in the playoffs in 2025. This year he was cattle. He was he was hunted. He was hunted in this year. So now we're going to pay a dude that we lose with. Y'all didn't want to pay the niggas we were winning with. But now Trevor wants to pay the niggas that we're losing with. If that's the case, then Trevor, why didn't y'all suggest paying D'Lo $150 million? I mean, we were losing with D'Lo. Why couldn't D'Lo get $150? Oh, that's right. Because D'Lo's black with dreads. That's why, chat. If D'Lo was a saltine, he could have gotten his cheeks busted too. And he could have gotten a new deal. But he's a light-skinned nigga with dreads. Oh, I get it now. Dennis Schroeder, same thing. Didn't Dennis Schroeder turn down a contract? Chat, why didn't the Lakers offer him another contract when he turned down the first one? Huh? Chat, I asked you guys a question. Didn't Dennis Schroeder do the same thing? Didn't he turn down a contract? $84 million? Didn't he turn it down? Why didn't the Lakers up the offer? Say, you know what, Dennis? Forget it. Forget the 84. Here's $150. Here's $150, Dennis. Why didn't they do that for Dennis? Oh, that's right. That's right. Because Dennis is a nigger. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Wow. Wow. This is incredible, man. This stuff gets nasty, folks. Gets nasty over here, doesn't it? I know. That's why they don't like me. It gets nasty over here. It gets nasty at the locker room, folks. They don't like me. Because I'm going to expose this whole thing. So I see what's going on here. So you guys don't actually care about winning or losing or anything. You guys just want your people to get the money. That's what this is about now. It's not even about winning, is it? It's not about winning. It's about criticizing blacks. Criticizing blacks, shitting on the blacks, and then praising and overhyping these sorry-ass saltines. That's what this is about. That's the new NBA for you guys, folks. That's where we're at. Wow. Incredible stuff. So this clown wants to pay Aston for losing. Here you go, Aston. Thanks for helping us get our cheeks busted. Here's 4 years, 150. Incredible stuff.
That in just a moment. But first, quick shout out to our sponsor, and that is Prize Picks. You guys can use the code
Shut your bitch ass up.
You guys want, you need more help on the way. Deal target that might have access to the mid-level, but earn $8 million. Well, big shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring our channel. If you're going to play, please do so responsibly. Okay, so here's where we're running into problems, though. The Lakers already at $208 million. Well, if you use the full mid-level exception, which this is actually kind of significant spending power, it's not a lot, and there's a number of other teams that will have access to the mid-level, but who could we be talking about with the mid-level exception in terms of targets for the Los Angeles Lakers? Well, I think the ideal target that might be somewhat realistic, and again, somewhat, it would be Ayo Dosunmu. Not that he's exactly what the Lakers need. Certainly you need more help on the wing, but in terms of a two-way player, you're probably not getting much better than Ayo Dosunmu out there on the market. I think the Wolves will probably offer him a little bit more than the mid-level just to keep the mid-level teams away from him. But that's probably your dream scenario if you were to get access to that full mid-level. But remember, you don't even have that right now, because if you were to pay somebody this $15 million mid-level, that's going to take you over $209 million. Using the mid-level exception hard caps you at the first apron. So what would you actually have access to in this build? Well, you'd have access to a $6 million taxpayer mid-level exception, and that's it. Now, again, you can get a little bit of flexibility by declining Nick Smith's team option. That takes $2.5 million off. But once again, we're talking about a taxpayer mid-level. The Lakers would then be hard capped at $222 million. So let's call it $208 million or so that's on their books right now. You add $6 million, that's $214 million, and you're $8 million below the number that you'd be hard capped at. But once again, you can't get to the bigger number. We're talking about $6 million. Are you even getting Marcus Smart back at that? Maybe. You'd have to hope that you could get him back in that scenario, that you can get him back. You can do 2 years, $13 million, something like that. Is that enough to bring Marcus Smart back? Another team may come in and offer all or a larger portion of their mid-level and try to get him. So again, this is a real crunch here where even keeping Marcus Smart might be difficult. And remember, the Lakers, because the Lakers signed him to a 1-year deal after he was bought out of his previous contract. Yes, it's a 2-year deal with the player option on the second year, but once he declines that option, it's a 1-year deal. And so you would only have, similar to Luke Kennard, you'd have non-bird rights on him. You can give him a modest increase off of that $4+ million, almost $5 million that he made last season. But that's not really enough, nor would the taxpayer MLE be enough. So in this scenario, you're going to LeBron and you're saying, hey, LeBron, we need you to take less. Or Austin Reeves, I didn't talk about Reeves' contract yet. I'll get to that in a minute. And saying, we need you guys to take an even smaller starting salary. Now, remember, you can get as much of an 8% raise, but I don't know, 4 years, 150. Could you get Austin 4 years, 125 to lower that down? I don't know. Can you get LeBron to take 30 so you have access to the full MLE? But then if you're going to LeBron and saying, hey, we need you to take 20 million less so that we can use the full mid-level exception and have a little bit of room to spare, but we're going to use it to bring back Marcus Smart and bring back the same roster, is LeBron going to be open to that? Probably not. So again, there's some real concerns here with going this route. And you can see very quickly how the money can stack up. Now you can say, well, maybe you just don't bring back Luke Kennard. That gives you then the flexibility to go and have a full taxpayer MLE. But again, if you lose Luke Kennard and you use the money on Marcus Smart, your full mid-level exception, you dip into that, how are you actually making any improvements to the roster? And in fact, now you could say, well, Marcus Smart is more important than Luke Kennard, and I would certainly agree with that. But still, you have last year's roster plus the 25th pick in the draft minus Luke Kennard. So did you really get any better? You'd have to be very much hoping that the 25th pick actually turns into a player that can step in right away. You'd have to be hoping that Adou Thiero gets significantly better and improves a lot over the offseason, that Bronny continues to grow and improve, and maybe you do something with Dalton Connect. Effectively, if you're going to go down this path, whether you're going to ask LeBron to take a little bit less, however you're going to get to the mid-level exception, if you're going to get to that, if Marcus Smart opts out, you're probably going to have to dip into that money in order to pay him. So when we're talking about the top names that are out there, like an Ayo Dosunmu, can you even get into the mix for him? Probably not. It's probably difficult if you want to keep everybody. Kobe White, these guys are probably going for mid-level or above. Tobias Harris, you're probably not getting there. Kelly Oubre, maybe. You know, if Marcus Smart takes $7 million and you've got $8 million left, can you get Kelly Oubre Jr., Robert Williams? Can you get there on him? Probably not. Mitch Robinson? Probably not. Again, it just doesn't give you. Maybe Quentin Grimes? Maybe like $8 million bucks, something like that. Again, Bobby Marks is saying he'd give him $2 million, or 2 years, $30 million. So I'm not close there. You could see where it gets challenging very quickly if you go down this path. You just need more flexibility. But again, if you go the cap space route, you're getting there by waiving LeBron's rights, waiving Rui's rights.
You bitch ass LeBron James fan.
Me on a late night mission, pulling up.
Shout out to St. Matthew. He says he came through with a $10 super chat. Appreciate you, man. You said, I don't care about what he's eligible for. What Aston did in a contract year was hilariously bad. All the injuries, no effort on defense, and he missed playoff games. That doesn't warrant 4 years and $150 million. I agree. I agree. Like I said, bro, when you listen to this dude, Trevor Lane, in these pointless videos, because I don't even know how much more I can even listen to, because he's not even really talking about anything. He's basically talking about just bringing the same team back next year. Like, so why would the Lakers do that? Why? Okay, okay. If I'm fuck Trevor, right? Let me give you guys my thoughts on what the Lakers should do if they were serious. Right? I've already said this. Because he's trolling. Let me give you guys the real honest to God truth on what the Lakers need to do. Because this nigga is a troll. Trevor Lane's a troll. None of this makes any sense. What the Lakers should do, number one, is keep LeBron James. If they're serious, that's the only thing that they should do, is keep LeBron James. Everybody else can go. What I would do is I would obviously keep LeBron James, pay him whatever he wants, because he deserves that. Luka, I'm trading Luka for preferably AJ DeBonza, even though I don't think Washington would do that. But if I couldn't get AJ DeBonza, I'm trading him for Anthony Davis. So I would trade Luka to Washington for either Anthony Davis. I would get Anthony Davis back, or I would get Giannis. I would trade him to Milwaukee for Giannis if they would be interested in him. Now, if neither one of those teams wanted him, I would call up Utah. I'd say, listen, you give me Ace Bailey and that second pick, you can have him. And I'd take Darren Peterson with the second pick, Ace Bailey, and I'd ship his ass to Utah. Y'all can have him. Because what the Oklahoma City, and here's why I'm saying this, folks. Here's why, if you're the Lakers, you have to get off Luka. The way the NBA is going right now, I've been saying this for at least the last week. You're going to need young blue chip prospects. When you look at the Spurs, they got Stephon Castle. Dylan Harper is a rookie. Wembanyama's in his second, third year. OKC, you look at a lot of the niggas that's coming off their bench. AJ Mitchell, second year. Jared McCain, second year. They got 2 picks in this year's upcoming draft. So they're about to get even younger. The new way to build a team now is to go younger. See, the old way to build teams was the LeBron way, which is get a whole bunch of old niggas, get the vets. No, that era is over. Now it's about the YNs. You gotta have YNs now, folks.
And I don't want to argue with your bitch ass, nigga. Hey, bitch, you do all them interviews. Hey, come on, Grave Digger Mountain and talk to me, nigga. You can't, bitch, if you can't do that, man, hey, you bitch made, nigga. Shut your fucking mouth.
Tell me why this bitch ass nigga spoke on me from jail. Why the fuck you even watching me? You supposed to be a gangster though, but you watching me from jail. Man, you is a bitch.
Shout out to 444. Folks, I hope LeBron is listening. The new way to build teams is to have YNs. If you don't have YNs, it's fries. It's fries, chat. You gotta have YNs in this era. You gotta. LeBron, he's 41. He can't run around for 82 games. We need some YNs to run around. It's a new era now, chat. We gotta catch up with the times. See, Trevor, they want to build the team still like it's 2024. They haven't caught up with the times yet. They're still living in 2024 where they think you can build around a white boy. Even Nico realized he can't build around no white boy. Even Nico realized that. Trevor Lane is still stuck in 2024. He still thinks you can build around a saltine and you can be successful. He's childish, man. Seriously, you all you niggas still pushing this agenda. You're childish. It's time to grow up. You're not winning with a saltine. Did you guys see what Jaden McDaniels did? Called out Nikola Jokic, folks. Called out their whole starting five. He said none of them can guard. He said none of them niggas can guard. Just attack them. Who was he primarily speaking about? The Joker. And that is what the Lakers should have did the last 2 years that we were playing the Nuggets a few years ago. That's what we should have been doing. We should have been attacking him. How y'all letting him get 40 on offense and y'all not attacking him on defense? Y'all should have been putting him in all the pick and rolls and making him guard and attacking him. Nigga think he just gonna be getting 40-point triple doubles every game. No, we finna tire you out and make you guard and make you play defense. So like I said, you know, to me, that's what I would do. I would keep LeBron. I would keep Bronny. You know, probably keep Marcus Smart. And then everybody else can really go. You know, we need young talent, man. Go get a AJ DeBonza. Go get a Darren Peterson or Ace Bailey. Go get one of these YNs. That's a future. You don't have a future with a 30-year-old single mother with two kids. That's what Luka is. He's a 30-year-old single mother with 2 kids. You don't have a future with that. You have a life full of stress and pain and suffering. That's what you have with Luka. You said Rui. I'm not. Listen, Rui can go. You know, I don't think Rui's like some championship winning piece. He can go. You know, he can go. I mean, Rui been here just as long as Reeves has, and it's been the same thing with him too. Like you don't win. Yeah, he'll knock down some threes, but he can go too. I'm not desperate to hold on to him. If he want to go, he can walk it. I mean, like I said, if I could get him on a good deal, I'd keep him. But if he wanted to walk to Miami or something, I'd let him walk to Miami. Straight up, I'd let his ass walk. Because you done been here 4 years and you just like Reeves. He doesn't impact winning. I mean, goddamn, you 6'8", 230. Like, how come you can't take over a game? Why does LeBron always got to take over a game and win the game? Bro, one of y'all YNs need to take over and win a game. You're 28. You can't win us one game in the playoffs. So now I'm good on Rui. Like I said, I'll keep Marcus Smart just because I like his energy. You know, I like what he brings to the table defensively. I'll keep Smart. I'm gonna keep Bronny and LeBron, and then everybody else can go. Reeves, you ain't getting no max deal from me. You better walk your ass to Brooklyn. He's another 30-year-old single mother with 2 kids. Nah, I don't want no 30-year-olds on this roster. That's the Lakers' problem. Too many old niggas. Y'all think LeBron's the only old one. No, Luka's old. Luka's old. He's 30. He's old. Reeves is old. He's pushing 32. So Luka, Reeves is old. LeBron is old, but LeBron's better than them niggas. So that's why I'm going to keep LeBron. Because he's available and he's healthy. And he's the GOAT. So the YNs could learn from him and his leadership and all that. But them saltines, man, get y'all, man. I'd trade, but I'd get rid of both them niggas. I go get a AJ DeBonza, I go get a Darren Peterson, a Ace Bay. I go get somebody with a real future. You don't got no future with no 30-year-old. These niggas ain't LeBron. These niggas ain't gonna play 10 more years. These niggas about done. Reeves is washed now. I mean, the numbers speak for himself. Reeves can't even win, bro. He's washed. And this is what these fanboys don't get, folks. The whole objective of the sport is to win the game. Y'all keep talking about his fake stats. I don't care about his fake stats. You can't win games in the playoffs. You can't even win. You can't even compete. We got swept. We've won 3 playoff games with this clown in 4 years. So Reeves is already washed. If you pay him, I mean that would just be, like I said, that would be the most insane thing the Laker franchise has ever done. I don't even think they gave Shaquille O'Neal 4 years, $150 million. I mean, that would be I don't think they gave Kobe that amount of money. Like that would, I mean, that's just insanity. That would just be straight up insane. People love talking about his fake numbers. Oh, but he put up 25 versus OKC. Bro, he lost. I mean, chat, have these people forgot what the actual objective of basketball is? It's to win. It's not to score fake stats. That's not the objective. The objective is to win the game. Phone lines are open, folks. We got Jay Dixon. He says, smart is old, but he plays defense, unlike Aston and Fluka. Listen, Jay Dixon, you got this clown Trevor Lane up here talking about, what'd he say? Oh, let's run it back. So waste everybody's time again just to do this, just to have the same conversation again next summer? I mean, this shit is just stupid, bruh. Blow the team up and stop playing games. You said, how will we win against OKC with just him and Bron? Bro, have you been listening to the shows that I've been doing the last few years? I mean, the last few days? Have you been listening, Skino? What part of you're not beating OKC don't you understand?
I said what I said. I said what I said.
What part aren't you understanding? The Lakers are not beating OKC. Like, what are you not getting? They're not beating OKC, dude. I've said this over and over and over again for the last few days. The objective, beating OKC, that's over with. I don't even think the Lakers could beat the Spurs. I don't think they could beat the Timberwolves, let alone OKC. So that's over with. What the Lakers need to do is get younger and build an actual team, get some prospects, get some assets, and build like OKC did, build like Utah's doing right now, build like San Antonio. That's what they need to do. You need younger prospects and some assets, which they don't have. Luka is your only path to getting real assets. You have to trade him. Because you have nothing that anybody else wants. Nobody's going to give you an asset for LeBron. He's 41. Nobody's giving you any assets for Aston Reeves. He sucks. The only player on the Lakers roster that they could get some draft picks and some assets for is Luka. He's your only trade chip. You niggas talking about beating OKC. That's over. What you need to be focusing on is how you can catch OKC within the next 3 to 4 to 5 years, which even that would be difficult. But it's not gonna be by paying an undrafted fraud like Aston $150 million. No, that's just gonna set you even further back. What the Lakers need to start doing this summer is stop setting themselves back. They need to make progress. Beating OKC is over. You can forget that. What you need to do is just try to secure AJ DeBonds or Darren Peterson. That's what you need to do. Secure some talent first. You guys just want to go beat OKC, but you don't have any talent. How are you going to beat OKC without talent? You don't have talent. Luka sucks, and so does Aston. Aston just got smoked by Jared McCain and AJ Mitchell. So, like I said, winning a championship, that window and that era is closed. I'm sorry, Laker fans. That is the news that I wanted to deliver to you guys. That window is closed. And any pod trash out there pretending like the Lakers can win a championship should be taken with a grain of salt. They're trolling you. OKC has 2 draft picks in this year's draft class. If you guys think you're going to go sign Nicholas Claxton or Trey Murphy or Herb Jones and you're going to go beat OKC, you're smoking cock. Seriously, you're smoking cock. You need to put the cock down and get back to reality. Put the cock down. Stay off the cock. Yo, Lakers are not keeping LeBron if they come to him saying, hey, we're going to trade Luka to rebuild for the next 4 years. I disagree. Because let's say hypothetically they could get AJ DeBonza. AJ DeBonza is a better running mate than Luka. So let's just say hypothetically you get AJ DeBonza, right? You got AJ DeBonza and LeBron. Those are your 2 stars. And then you build the team around the rest of them. LeBron gets to get his $50 million. He gets to stay in LA with his family. And he has a real running mate to run with. The Lakers have their player for the future. And then you build the team around that. You re-sign Marcus. Now going to get Trey Murphy or whatever y'all been talking about. Now that makes sense. Because now you're building around who? Niggers. You're building around niggers now. And that's how you win in this league. You don't win by building around saltines. What I tell you guys, chat, you need dark-skinned, nappy-headed niggers. That's how you win a championship. I'll take AJ DeBonza right now over Luka. That's a fact. I'll take Cooper Flagg right now over Luka. If LeBron had Cooper Flag, we probably beat OKC. If we had a team constructed around LeBron and Cooper Flag, and we had our role players, Marcus, Luke Kennard and all them, we probably could beat OKC. Remember, LeBron didn't have a second option in this series versus OKC. He didn't have a second option. Aston is not a second option. Aston is a bench player cosplaying as a starter. He's not even a starter in the NBA. He's a role-playing bench player. This is how bad the Lakers suck. The Lakers suck so bad, and they have no assets that they have to make a role player a starter. So think about how much of a deficit that puts us in. We're starting the game down 15 points with Ashton. Did you guys see the spread when we played the Thunder? Every game they were favored by like 18 points, 15 points. We're starting the game losing. Every player was attacking him. AJ Mitchell, Jared McCain. They all just attacked him. You can't win with that. He's not a starter. He's a role player who should be coming off the bench as your 9th or 10th man. You see what OKC got? They got a real team, right? So guess what? AJ Mitchell, he comes in off the bench. Only reason he's starting is because Jalen Williams is hurt. He's a bench player. Cason Wallace, off the bench. Jared McCain, off the bench. Isaiah Joe, off the bench. That's a real team. Y'all live in this fantasy land where y'all think Aston is a starter. He's not a starter. So that's the problem with the Lakers, right? You have Aston cosplaying as an NBA starter. He's not a starter. He's a role-playing bench player. Rich Paul already said it. Put him on the bench like Manu Ginobili. Y'all didn't want to listen. That's why you got swept. Also, no co-star for LeBron James. No co-star. So let's just say hypothetically, we played the Thunder, right? And it's LeBron with Cooper Flag. And then we build the team out around that. Man, we can beat OKC. Let's say it's LeBron and AJ DeBonza. We can beat OKC. You want to know why? Because we won't have any defensive liabilities on the floor, like Luka and Aston. We got our first and second option. And then once again, we can build the team around the rest of them. And our guys are going to play defense. I would keep Vando. I would keep Marcus Smart. I would keep our defenders. And y'all wouldn't be able to score. We got Jay Dixon. He said Aston is really a towel boy. Exactly. This is how bad the Lakers suck. You guys have tried to elevate a role-playing bum into a starter, and then you wonder why every year you get swept. You have no assets. Nobody can develop. Listen. I'll tell you what else I'd do if I was running the show. I'd make sure Dalton Connect was getting some real minutes. He's one of those blue chip prospects that I've been talking about. You need niggas like that. Young, hungry, and talented. So now we got a young core of AJ DeBonza. We got Dalton. We got Bronny. We got our YNs. And then we got our old niggas. We're gonna keep LeBron. We're gonna keep Vando. We're gonna keep Marcus Smart. That's what the Lakers need to do. But once again, y'all want to sit up here and keep pretending like you're gonna build a team around two white dudes. Okay, you're gonna get your ass beat every single season. Every single season, you're gonna get your ass beat. Until you get real with yourself. What did Michael Jackson say? It starts with the man in the mirror. Y'all got to make some changes. Real talk. LeBron is the only untouchable to me going into the summer. He was the only one that played in the playoffs out of all the supposed superstar. He was the only one that was healthy. He was the only one that played. He's the only one people care about. I'm keeping that. LeBron, I'm keeping. Luka, you're gone. You can't play. You're never healthy. You don't play defense. You're gone. Aston, go ahead and opt out. We're good. We'll let you walk. And I'm going to use Luka to go get me a blue chip young prospect. I'm going to go try to get AJ DeBonza. I'm going to go try to get Darren Peterson. I'm going to go try to go get Darius Acuff or Ace Bailey or one of them young niggas. I'm going to get me a YN. Matter of fact, I'll call up Dallas. Hey, Dallas, y'all want Luka back? Okay, go ahead and give us Cooper. They going to hang up the phone on that call. They going to be like, oh, hell nah. We ain't giving you Cooper. Y'all can have everybody else but Cooper. But we ain't going to give you Cooper. He said, did you say keep Bronny? I busted out laughing at that statement.
Tell me why this bitch ass nigga spoke on me from jail. Why the fuck you even watching me? You supposed to be a gangster though, but you watching me from jail. Man, you is a bitch.
And I don't want to argue with your bitch ass, nigga. Hey, bitch, you do all them interviews. Hey, come on, Grave Digger Mountain and talk to me, nigga. You can't, bitch, if you can't do that, man, hey, you bitch made, nigga. Shut your fucking mouth.
I mean, the phone lines is open. I'm waiting. I mean, what's funny? What's funny, nigga? What's funny?
I said what I said.
What's funny? I'm trying to understand what's funny, chat. He said he busted out laughing. I'm trying to figure out what's funny. So like I said, folks, I guess he's a keyboard. I guess he's a keyboard hoe. I don't know.
All you is a keyboard hoe. You don't really believe that. Put your money behind it. Because I'll put my money behind it. Put your money behind it, sucker. Jump on the screen. Outside of that, you just like typing, nigga. You're a secretary, motherfucker.
I'm the biggest fan of yours on the planet, man. I appreciate that, man. I just want to say, we want you. Do you guys want LeBron back next year? Yeah. We all. That was crazy. It was crazy to see like what he was doing, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And just like without Luka, we weren't fully healthy, bro. Run it back. Is that what you want?
Run it back.
Who do you think we should go after?
Oh no, I don't get into all that. I've got to sign first.
Are you like, hey, yo, free agent? Are you like, yo, yeah, first of all, you got to sign. We need you back, bro. But look, hey, are you like, I saw you have a basketball camp with your bro?
Yeah.
Are you excited to get back to the court?
For sure.
Not Cancun?
No.
No Cancun, I like it. Hey, I'm the biggest fan of yours on the planet, man.
I appreciate that, man.
I just want to say, we want you. Do you guys want LeBron back next year?
Yeah.
We all. That was
crazy.
It was crazy to see like what he was doing, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And just like without Luka, we weren't fully healthy, bro. Run it back. Is that what you want?
Run it back.
Who do you think we should go after?
Oh no, I don't get into all that. I've got to sign first.
Are you like, hey, yo,
Free agent.
Are you like, yo, yeah, first of all, you got to sign. We need you back, bro. But look, hey, are you like, I saw you have a basketball camp with your bro?
Yeah.
Are you excited to get back to the court?
For sure.
Not Cancun?
No.
No Cancun, I like it. Hey.
Shut your bitch ass up.
So yeah, folks, this is absolutely pathetic. You got some dude following this clown around. I mean, like I said, you know, this dude talking about run it back. Nah, buddy. You can run your ass to Brooklyn. You can go run your ass to Brooklyn. We ain't running shit back. All right. What do you got, man?
What's up with it, Red? Hey, you know what was crazy? That LeBron at his age was leading the team in fast break points. That was crazy. I think that
How is that relevant to what we're talking about? I'm a little bit confused.
what you talking about? I was about to get to my point. I was just making that as a starter, just throwing that out there. Fuck. But yeah, like I was saying, LeBron does just let you know he needs some young talent to be able to push the floor, and he like to get out in transition and run. You know, he's one of the all-time great passers. Ashton don't even like to cut or nothing. When he doesn't have the ball, he just stands in the corner like he's a 10-year vet or snipe shooter or something. And so he's really just taking up floor space. I like what you said about Dalton Connect. I think Kennard and Dalton Connect and the shooting that has value, but you gotta have the young talent. I hear you crack jokes on Watson. You don't like Watson or like a Tyree Eason. You don't think those will be some good floor runners for the Lakers, for LeBron and Luka to throw some outlet passes?
This nigga said Tari Eason. Yo, 444, go ahead, man.
No, I'm just listening on your show, man. I agree with most of the things you're saying. The other aspect, though, right, is I get the whole young thing, the YNs, of course, but you do need wisdom, though. You know what I mean? So it has to be a happy balance, for sure. It just has to be. And you saw that with Atlanta, in my opinion. Atlanta has a bunch of young talent, and I felt like they didn't have enough wisdom. McCullough wasn't enough. You know, so what I kind of envision is to me, the biggest problem is, to me, it's just Luka and Reeves. They are the issue. That's just it. I believe, let me say Luka, Reeves, and Laravia. Those three are the issue. Get rid of them. And I think it will allow the talent that we have and the new talent, the young talent that we can get. But even the young talent has to be standout. They have to be standout, bro. Like, you got to be able to rise to the occasion, learn quickly. Like, You know what I mean? Like you look at Castle on the Spurs. Let's just be honest. Great player. Accelerating quite fast at like his IQ, but you could tell he still needs time, right? Because it does a lot of dumb stuff too. You know what I mean? But I equate that to just him not having the experience. You know, so I think LeBron just kind of needs runners and snipers. I think that's the formula. You need a few pieces that are young, that are going to run the floor, and you need snipers, and you need like wisdom. And I think LeBron and Marcus Smart can kind of bring that wisdom. They're champions.
Let me ask you a question. 444.
Yeah.
If you had to pick an ideal second option, if you could get anybody in the sector right now, who would you go with?
Wow. Okay. I will go with Giannis.
Yeah. I think the Giannis thing, it's for me personally, I don't think that makes sense. Because, you know, he's already been vocal about saying he doesn't want to be in LA. He doesn't like LA. So yeah, I just don't see that like being a place he would want to go. But I guess if you could convince him to play in LA and play with LeBron, I would like it, but I still have concerns about Giannis. And I talked about this the other day. Giannis, he's got a lot of flaws. I do think he is better than Luka for sure, but you know, I mean, I don't even know the last time he's won a playoff series. 444. I mean, we're talking maybe 2023. The last time he's won a playoff series.
Let me ask you a question, Reg. Okay, let me ask you a question. I should have asked you this before. What do you expect the second option? What's your expectation of the second option?
Well, I think one thing you're going to have to do playing next to LeBron at this stage is you're going to have to carry the load for the regular season offensively. So, for example, when AD came his first year, he averaged 26 that year, and LeBron averaged 25. So I think number one, you would have to come in and carry in the regular season the load offensively. The thing with Giannis that I would say is a little bit concerning is you're having problems carrying in the East. I mean, I just watched this Knicks Cavaliers game. I mean, the Cavaliers just gave up at the end of the game. I'm just like, bro, this shit is ass. Like, I even tweeted out, I'm like, if you know the East is trash, if Jalen Brunson is the best player in the East, like that should let you know how trash it is. 444. He's having problems like getting to the playoffs in the East and winning playoff series in the East. Like, we never saw that with LeBron. So that's why I say, like, when people be like, oh, he's like a LeBron, I'm like, no, we have to stop that. He's nothing like LeBron. When LeBron was his age, playing in the East, he was winning MVPs and he was in the finals every year. This dude, I mean, he can't even win a playoff series. It's been I think it's been like since 2022, 2023, the last time he won a playoff series. It's been a minute. So you'd have to be able to come here and carry the load offensively. That means you got to win games in the regular season. So you got to be healthy. You got to be available. Right? He's had injury concerns. So yeah, to me, I wouldn't be mad at it. 444, but like, I don't know if I would want to go in like that direction if I could get anybody, you know?
Okay. So you made a good point. I didn't know that you wanted like what's realistic. So
I asked you just if you could get anybody, like if you could land anybody.
Yeah. So I think Giannis could definitely hold his own in the regular season. I do think I'm not going to hold. I mean, we just know that the Bucks was just a complete disaster. Let's just be honest, right? I mean, changing of coaches and the talent around. There's a lot of things that kind of happened down there.
444. Not to cut you off. The last time Giannis won a playoff series was in 2022 when the Bucks defeated the Bulls in the first round. So it's been 4 years since he's won a playoff series. I'm gonna be honest, bro. That's alarming for me.
That is.
That's nasty. Like, you can't even lie. 444. That's nasty work, bro. That's nasty. You haven't won a playoff series since 2022. Is that there's no way that's real, chat. There's no way that's real. Is that real?
Because
444. You know this is Google AI. Sometimes they don't be all the way accurate. That's not real, is it?
I think it's real. I think it's real. Because I think all the other playoffs, I think there was injury in some of the playoffs that happened after that with him. There's a whole bunch of stuff. But I think if I had another option, I think I would go with I would say JB, Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
Kinda, yeah.
I like that more than Giannis, if I'm being honest with you. I like the JB pairing more than Giannis. I do. Yeah. I like that one a little bit better because the thing with JB is he can do what I just said. And he proved that this year. He can carry the load offensively. He averaged like 28, 29. And he also he's relatively healthy. And then in the playoffs, he can take it to another level. I like the JB thing a little bit better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I like the JB thing a little bit better. Yeah, I like that. That's a good one. I like the JB thing. But yeah, that would be the primary thing that I would, if I'm like running the team and I'm gonna keep LeBron, obviously. If I'm looking for not just, and here's another thing too, for not just a second option, but also a guy that, if needed, can be the first option.
Correct.
Just in case LeBron might, because LeBron gonna miss game. He gonna miss 15, 20 games. So I'm gonna need a guy that's gonna be healthy enough to not only be the second option when LeBron is there, but if in the event LeBron isn't playing, you can step up and you could be that first option. And I know people might be listening and be saying, wait a second, but you just said you want somebody to be to carry the load offensively. But you gotta think about it like this too, 444. In 2020, AD led us in scoring.
Right.
But I still believe LeBron was our best player. So let's just say hypothetically we get Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown could lead us in scoring, but I'd probably still say LeBron is our best player.
Correct.
So
I'm with that.
But yeah, I like the JB. I like that. I like JB. I think JB is extremely underrated. I think the way they talk about that man is insane. So yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
I agree.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all. LeBron and JB, that would be good. That would be good to me. And you know what's funny, 444? Speaking of JB, they're already talking about trading him.
For real?
Yeah, they're talking about trading him because, he got into that little dispute with Stephen A. Yeah, so they're trying to make it a thing because I guess Stephen A. made a point about Jason Tatum not going on his podcast. So they were trying to make a point about how, maybe they don't like each other like that because Jaylen Brown said that this past year was his favorite season and blah, blah, blah. So he might be looking to get up out of there. I know I would probably be trying to get up out of there too because it's just like, to me, it's almost the opposite of like Shaq and Kobe and like LeBron and Kyrie. So like, for example, with Shaq and Kobe, right? Shaq was really the best player and Kobe was jealous of that. Same with
Correct.
Kyrie and LeBron. LeBron's the best player. Kyrie's jealous. Well, in the Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown thing, it's the complete opposite. You know, Jaylen Brown is actually the better player, but the way people talk about him, they talk about him as if he's like the second option.
Yeah.
So it's like the opposite. So to me, if I'm JB, I would want to get away from that, you know what I'm saying, environment. Because like I said, it's clear they want to go in the direction of Tatum. We got DC, Rue, and Ty. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on, Reggie? What's good?
What's going on,
Good
man?
guy.
Shit,
Hey, Reg, man. I'll be honest with you, man. What's good, 444? I'm going to be honest with you, Reg. If I'm the Lakers, first things off, I want to be realistic. Like, I like your take on everything, Reg, with the whole, okay, let's keep LeBron, and you got to keep Bronny, because obviously that's his package, right? Wherever LeBron goes, he's going to take his package, which is his son. I get that. But I want to be like realistic. So we know the Lakers are going to keep, obviously, Luka. I think that the Lakers are going to they're going to play his contract out, and then they're going to go from there. And I think behind the scenes, they're probably just, he's going to play his contract out, and then either he's going to sign somewhere else, or they're going to trade him. But let's be realistic. The Lakers are going to keep Austin Reeves, right? And they're going to keep Luka. But as far as like Rui and all these other guys, I agree with you. They can go. But if I'm the Lakers, right, we got to look at OKC. And we got to say, well, Lou Dort could be up for grabs, right? He's a 3-and-D player. Like, why don't we see what his mark is going to be, right? And then we're hearing rumors that Hartenstein, which is a great rebounder and he can protect the rim, like, a lot of people are not mentioning his name. Like, I don't understand why. And remember, the Knicks let him go. Well, the Knicks were supposed to pay him, but they let him walk, right? Okay, so why are we not talking about Hartenstein, right? Like, Hartenstein got a championship. Potentially, he's going to win his second championship. So I would look at players like that. Like, I don't understand why people are so, they have this thing with, like, Jackson Hayes and, like, pick up DeAndre Ayton's contract. Why? Like, I don't, like, that's why I'm trying to figure out, like, why are we still talking about these guys? But I'm talking about being realistic with Austin Reeves and Luka and obviously LeBron. But, like, looking at players like that, I mean, what do you think about that? Like, I mean, I don't.
So your strategy is to basically keep Luka and Reeves and LeBron and then go get Lou Dort and Hartenstein?
No, what I'm basically, what I'm telling you is I respect your vision if you were running the front office for the Lakers, but I'm trying to think what the Lakers are going to do. Like, I like your idea of how you would run the front office if you were given that opportunity. I'm saying realistically what they're going to do with Rob Pelinka and whatever the movement, they're going to sign LeBron, right? And then they're going to keep Luka. They're not going to trade him. And they're not going to give up. They're going to give Austin Reeves, what, 150, 145, whatever. But with those three, I'm saying, why don't we go out and look to see if OKC is going to re-sign Hartenstein and re-sign Dort. If they're not going to re-sign those guys,
here's the problem.
They can't keep those guys.
Here's the problem.
Because they're going to go over. Yeah, guy.
Here's the problem, though. Hartenstein and Lou Dort are not that important to the Thunder. So they can lose those guys and they'd still win without them.
Right, but I'm saying we can use those guys. I mean, don't you think?
But
they don't.
We would still have to beat OKC.
Right, but here's the thing: we're not going to beat OKC whether we have those guys or we don't. What I'm saying is, here's the thing: if we go back with DeAndre Ayton and Rui and Jackson Hayes, where are we gonna go? Fourth place, fifth place in the Western Conference. We're not gonna be able to compete with these, with, you know, the Wolves and Denver. We're not going to be able to compete with them anyway.
So then why wouldn't you just go get younger and get young assets? Like what? I don't like that. I'm gonna be honest, DC. I don't like that because, like I said, if you were saying like, yo, let's go get, like okay, if we could pluck Jalen Williams, like okay, like because that hurts to me. That's a player that they need. Like if I'm analyzing OKC and the players that they need SGA. They need Jalen Williams. You know, they need them niggas coming in off the bench. Them the niggas they need. Hartenstein, I don't think they need Chet too. I forgot about Chet. So they need Chet.
Yeah, Chet.
They need SGA. They need Chet. They need Jalen Williams. And then they need them niggas coming in. They need them niggas coming in off the bench. Everybody else is kind of interchangeable. I don't think they're that, you know, important. Like I don't think Hartenstein is that important. They could lose him and find a replacement for him and still be successful. So I don't think him coming to the Lakers, I just don't see how that's gonna really that to me don't make you better than OKC.
I think no, it doesn't make you better, but it makes you better than what you had last season. And what I'm trying to say is, I'd rather have Hartenstein than Jackson Hayes or Ayton any day of the week.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I would agree with you, but that's not gonna it's not gonna really matter much because Hartenstein is not really an upgrade over Ayton. Like if we're being honest, like
over who? Ayton?
Yeah, maybe.
I think he's.
What did Hartenstein average this year?
I think as number wise, here's the thing: Hartenstein is not a high volume producer, but as far as the Lakers, they need a bruiser, and Ayton is not a bruiser. Ayton is soft.
And you want to know what Laker fans? I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen, D-Saru. This is what Laker fans gonna do. They're gonna complain about DA, right? And they're gonna do exactly what you just said. They're gonna say we need a guy like Hartenstein, and then Hartenstein's gonna come here, and then he's not gonna score, and then they're gonna be saying he can't score, he suck, he can't play.
Well,
that's what they're gonna say.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that. But the thing is. I'm tired of seeing Jackson Hayes, and I'm tired of seeing, we only had 8. But here's the other thing. This free agency, people are talking about, the Lakers are going to go out and get this and that. If you look at that list, it's not exciting. It's not.
Trying to build a team through free agency, is like, it's not that great of a strategy anymore.
Right, I got that.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that. But 2027 is going to be better than 2026. But 2026 free agency, it's not exciting. But what I'm trying to say is, I'll be quite honest with you. I don't even think the Lakers are going to even have a roster, even with the free agency. Even if let's say they do what you said, right? And start bringing in like this young talent. I think it'll be great. But as far as competing, as far as LeBron, what LeBron said in Mind the Game with Steve Nash, he says he wants to be able to hold up the Larry O'Brien trophy. So yeah, going out and getting young assets, I think that's great. But I mean, it's like, are the Lakers gonna do that realistically? I mean, they could do it, right? But when you start looking at what OKC has and what's gonna potentially what Minnesota's gonna do and Denver's gonna do, and even what the Spurs are gonna do, it's like, yeah, you can't go and get older players, right? But at the same time, you got to be realistic too. And I mean, between Luka's contract and Austin's contract and what they're gonna give LeBron, I mean, it's not gonna be that much left, to be honest with you. I'll be honest with you, Reg. I don't see that much of a difference. If Rob Pelinka is still the general manager, I don't see, once you sign LeBron and you give Austin Reeves, I don't see that much of a difference. I see the Lakers re-signing Rui. I think Rui would be great with the Spurs. I think a Rui right now with the Spurs, with this OKC series, I think he can make a slight difference. He can help them out a bit. But even with Rui signing Rui with the Lakers, I mean, what is that gonna do? And bringing back Jackson Hayes and potentially. Did you hear Walker Kessler? What do you think Walker Kessler would even do with the Lakers? Walker Kessler to me is like he's a bruiser. He's like Hartenstein, man. Like
Yeah, like I said, for me personally, you're saying, okay, let's be realistic and think about what the Lakers might realistically do. And I'm using this platform to hopefully, maybe somebody will hear this and it'll get to the people that's working within the organization. Hopefully, maybe it'll get to LeBron or whoever. I'm telling y'all that whatever strategy that y'all are trying to do, it ain't been working and it's not going to work anymore moving forward. We're in a new day. We can't keep trying to build teams like how niggas built teams 5-10 years ago. The new way to build a team now is through the draft. You got to have young blue chip prospects on rookie deals. Why? Because they're cheap and you could get good value for them, while they're still on a rookie deal. But if you try to go get a whole bunch of vets, a lot of them niggas gonna be overvalued. Like Austin Reeves. If they give Austin Reeves 4 years, 150, he's completely overvalued anymore. So how are you gonna be successful? We need guys that are undervalued right now. We need guys like AJ Mitchell. He's on a rookie deal, making $3 million. That's what we need. Shout out to Maldo with the $2 super chat. He said JB has to atone for the Bronny slander. Just saying. You also said bros before hoes.
I want to know what is 444 still there, Reg?
Yeah, hold on, DC Rue, because Ty been waiting. Go ahead, Ty.
Nah, I was listening to y'all. First of all, this is my opinion on the situation. If I'm the Lakers, I'm trading Luka Doncic to the Denver Nuggets. And the reason why I'm trading him to Denver is because, for starters, if we're going to build the team around LeBron needs to be in the paint the majority of the time. He's not really the perimeter player that he used to be. He needs to be in the paint. So I would get a guy like Jamal Murray, a guy that shows that in the playoffs, he has the ability to make a shot. Is he an all-star, all-contender? No, but we don't need that. We don't need that with LeBron. We don't need a bunch of wise players because the wisest player in the league is LeBron James. So I'm trading Luka to get a Jamal Murray, maybe an Aaron Gordon, somebody that can actually contribute in the playoffs. I'm building a playoff team. I'm only getting people that have shown me they've won a championship or they've been to the finals. Those are the only players I would look at. I would look at a player possibly throwing it up for a center. I'm looking at a guy maybe like Evan Mobley or Jalen Duren, young, athletic. They can stretch the floor, guard all 5 positions. We need guys that can guard all 5 positions, that can move. The problem that we have now is that we have DeAndre Ayton, which, to give credit to DA, he can't really play the way he has played in all his other teams because of Austin Reeves and Luka. So we didn't really see DA's potential because of those two on the roster. So we can't have both of those guys can't be on the team the next season. So Austin Reeves would be the first one to walk. We let him walk, and in my opinion, I think Austin Reeves wants to walk. I don't think that he wants to stay in LA because of what happened this season. I think he now knows that he got exposed and he needs to go to a smaller market or a team with lower expectations. Because of that, I think Austin walks. So I'm going to assume Austin walks. I'm going to assume Ayton probably walks as well. So we need a center and we need an actual guard. I'm trading Luka because Luka's not really a guard. He's a forward. So I would trade him for a Jamal Murray. I would get an Evan Mobley. I'm looking at guys like Jalen Duren, another guy, Franz Wagner. The guy in Orlando is a baller. He can shoot the ball at 6'9". He can guard all 5 positions. I need guys that have length, that can shoot the ball, that can move. LeBron needs to be the point guard because at this age, he knows how to operate the game. We don't need a point guard anymore. We have LeBron. LeBron runs the point. You get a bunch of stretch wings and stretch centers that can shoot the ball. You're going to win. Now, again, Luka can't be on this team for that to happen. So
Ty.
if Luka is on the team, go ahead.
We got Curtis in the chat. He says, I'm knocking on the door for PJ Tucker.
No.
You can't just go try to find any player that's 6'10" and say be the center. There's certain qualities that the center is going to need playing next to AD. To me, I would be knocking on the door of the Clippers. I would have been knocking on the door for PJ Tucker.
Hey, Reg, I'll be honest with you. Before I take PJ Tucker, if that's the case, I might as well go and call JaVale McGee. He's overseas. If I was going to do some crazy something, you see, JaVale McGee's putting up numbers overseas. If I'm going to do something crazy like that, but yeah, man, Ty, that would be cool, cause
no,
I
was gonna say though, Ty, the Jamal Murray thing is interesting.
Very interesting.
It's interesting.
Because then Luka he can go play with his buddy,
right?
Jokic.
I think Luka goes to Denver anyway after he's done with the Lakers. I think he wants to play with Jokic. So in my opinion, I would consider that. I would consider moving Luka to Denver, trying to get a Jamal Murray, maybe Jamal Murray, and for the Laker fanboys, let's say Peyton Watson, right? We have a defender and then we have a scorer now. We let Rui walk because Peyton can do his same role. We don't need Rui anymore. We don't need Austin. Now we have Jamal and LeBron. Those are two guys that can perform in the playoffs.
I'm about to say, though, the only thing I would say with Jamal is he can be attacked, though.
Mm-hmm.
But it wouldn't be as bad as like Luka and Reeves, but he would be the one that they would probably pick on if they start picking on anybody.
I would try to see what Minnesota's trying to do with Naz Reid and Rudy Gobert too. I mean, if they up for grabs, Randall I wouldn't touch, but I would try to see. I would call Alex Rodriguez to see what they want for Naz Reid. Naz Reid he's a bruiser. He's a bruiser, and that's what they need. They, like you said, they need tall 6'8" guys that can span the floor, guys that are gonna defend, guys that are gonna get in your throat. Naz Reid can shoot the three. He can guard the perimeter. I mean, he's a great player. Also, what I was gonna tell you, Ty, was even when Luka and Austin Reeves were out in that series against Houston, dude, I'm just gonna say it, bro. Ayton is soft, dude. You know how many passes that LeBron, I'm talking about great looks that LeBron fed Ayton, and he dropped. Go look at the replays on YouTube. How many balls he dropped? I'm talking about at the rim, like going up, and it's just like he plays too soft. He's just, to me, I just don't like the way he plays. For his height, for his weight, I mean, we're talking about a guy that was like the first round pick. He's just too soft in my book. That's just me personally. With it like Reeves and Luka don't even gotta be on the floor. It could just be Marcus Smart and LeBron. LeBron had fed this guy so many opportunities, and he's just a soft player, bro. Too soft.
I don't disagree with you.
I
don't think Aiden is a starter caliber center, but he could be a rotational center. He wouldn't be my starter, no, because of the fact that his defense is somewhat lackluster. He can't protect the paint. But as a rotational piece, Ayton would be amazing. But again, we have to remember the way Ayton played this year, that's not his playing style. He's a mid-range shooter. He's a back down post scorer. We had him off the pick and roll the majority of the season. So again, we didn't utilize the player correctly. So it's not really fair to evaluate him in that light. But I'm okay with Aiden walking because there are other big men that are better. My opinion, Reggie, you asked, I think you asked 444 this. My ideal player for LeBron as the second option is Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is the best player to have next to LeBron James.
Ty, you know what we doing right now? We fishing, man. I mean, I love it. I love the idea, but that you know that's not gonna happen, man.
Anthony Edwards would be the perfect face in LA. He's got the personality for it. He's got the style for it. He's electric.
Yeah.
He dunks the basketball. He would be the face. He could be the
I
actual face. It would be like Kobe
I rather
2.0.
I'd rather go. I'd rather. I'm hearing rumors swirling around about Kyrie. I'd rather go join Kyrie and LeBron again before I go and get Anthony Edwards is not gonna go nowhere realistically. And as far
I don't
as
know about that, bro.
well, yeah, I don't know either. But I'm just putting my opinion out there, and I'm assuming. But as
I
far
mean,
as Reg
right.
talking about with 444 with the whole Giannis thing, I agree with Reg on that with the whole Giannis thing. I don't like pairing Giannis with LeBron. I'm kind of I don't know, man. Giannis like it's the injuries, man, that scared me the most. Like giving him all that money. And here's the thing with Giannis. Remember, Giannis is not a free agent. So that means that the Lakers would have to give the janitor, they would have to give the people that sell food. They would have to give multi first round picks. Dude, they would have to give half of their whole squad for Giannis, bro. And here's the thing:
Giannis is
at
impossible.
Giannis's age, for his age, and from what we've been seeing, and Reg mentioned that factor about Giannis hasn't been out of the playoffs, out of the first. I mean, come on, man. I can't sit up there and say, oh well, you know what? It was Doc Rivers' fault. Oh, it was Mike Budenholzer's fault. Like, nah, man, I can't blame that. I just can't say, oh, roster construction. Nah, man, nah, bro. I just can't, man. His injuries, man. What is he? Hamstring injuries?
Yeah,
It's
I
too
agree with
much.
you. I agree.
It's
I
too
mean,
much.
Giannis is not an ideal big man. The most ideal big man that we've seen play with LeBron is Anthony Davis. That's really the only big man I would really pair with LeBron James is Anthony Davis. There's not
Yeah.
really any other big man in the league that really fits with LeBron that's like at a superstar level. Their playing styles would clash because again, LeBron needs to be in the paint now. We saw LeBron too much at the perimeter this season because there was too many guys in the paint. Austin Reeves is flopping to the free throw line. Same thing with Luca. So the paint was clogged. So we need a stretch big. A good example would be a Carl Anthony Towns. Now, again, he's not this amazing superstar player, but he's shown to be in the playoffs a good passer. He can stretch the floor and he can perform with limited shots. That's a good big man that I would pair next to LeBron James, not a Giannis.
Wow.
Even though Giannis is better than Cat, if we're talking playing style, Cat works better with LeBron because he can shoot way better than Giannis can. So that's the direction I would go, big man. But if it's a guard, it's either Ant or it's Steph. Those are the two dream ideal players. And I think Steph is possible. I think LeBron, I could see LeBron going to the Warriors. I could see Steph leaving. I think Steph Curry, I'm keeping my eyes on him, but I could see Steph making a big move. And I think Steph and LeBron do want to play with each other. So I think that's more realistic than Ant is Steph and LeBron. But we'll see. I don't know. But this construction of this team right now, it won't work. We can't have Austin and Luca. You have to let Austin walk. Luca, you need to trade him. Before he leaves you after his contract, the best way to get the most value from him, because you won't win with him, is to trade him, like Reggie always says. I would trade him for Jamal Murray, maybe an Aaron Gordon if we can. If we could get
And
both, maybe. Go ahead.
yeah, go ahead, man. My bad.
No, you good. I was gonna say if we could even trade Addo, Thero, and Dalton, because those are rookie contracts, we could pair it with Luca, give a pick, try to get Jamal and Aaron Gordon. Those are two playoff performers. At one point, Aaron Gordon was the number one option on the Magic. So those are two pieces that if we pair those next to LeBron, imagine that construction. That's the direction the Lakers need to go. They need to be looking at playoff players. And I don't think young players is a bad point, Reggie. I think that was a great point. But if we are trying to maximize LeBron's career, LeBron wants to play with people that have experience. That's what
Right.
LeBron has always wanted from his
Yeah.
entire
Cause it's
career.
about now. Cause it's about now. LeBron
Exactly.
don't got 3, 5 years, 4 years to spend. We gotta win a championship now. And if we're gonna start the season number one with Rob Pelinka and Austin and Luca and bringing back all these players like Jackson Hayes and Ayton and Rula, we ain't gonna go nowhere. It's gonna be the same sitcom of last year.
But Ty, Ant is what, 23? Like, so he
Right.
fits that mold, like, of a blue chip young prospect.
He's perfect, and he's been to the Eastern Conference Finals. Besides this year, I think 3 or 4 times in a row.
I said it,
I mean,
Western,
I'm sorry.
I said it, on the show we did a couple of days ago. Like, for me personally, I want to build with, with somebody fresh, somebody young.
I heard, Reg.
Well, no disrespect, but if you're 30, like I said, we can go to Pound Town, but we can't build, right? So it's like it's the same thing with like Luka. Like for me, you're a little too old. If I'm running the Lakers, like 27, 2 kids. You're a little. You guys remember Kevin Samuels? He had he had the danger zone. The danger zone soundbite. That's how I would be running the show here. Like for me, Luka, Austin, y'all are in the danger zone. Y'all are at that age where y'all are in the danger zone. If I'm running the show here, fellas, and give me 1 second, fellas. If I'm running the show here, 27 is just a little too old for me. I gotta go for somebody a little bit younger. Shout out to Lexo Beats with the $5 super chat.
I'm a rolling stone.
Austin Reeves. Foul baiter.
He said, how y'all feel about Maxey? That's a good question. I'm going to ask him in a second. Shout out to Maul. He said, this upcoming CBA change will rob athletes, all in an effort to break the free movement Bron created. Nasty work. Shout out to Maul with the $5 super chat. You also said, perfect world, Bron, Kyrie, and AD reunion. Insane. Yeah, let me ask, I think, once again, I think Tyrese Maxey fits the mold too. Young, blue. Like I said, it don't got to be through the draft. If you can trade for a guy like Maxey or Anthony Edwards, that'd be great too. But like I said, for me, you got to be young. You got to be young enough to where, like, there can be a future in a post-LeBron world. Because you got to think about that too. If I'm putting myself in the shoes of, like, somebody building the Lakers, I do have to think about the future in a post-LeBron world too. So I get what y'all saying. Like, we need people with experience, but also too, I wouldn't want like a Kyrie per se. You know what I mean? Like, cause we saw it, Ty, when AD got traded, when AD went down with Dallas, and Kyrie had to carry the load, he broke down. Mm-hmm. So what if LeBron misses 20 games next year and we got Kyrie? He gonna blow his knee out, and by game 8, he gonna blow his knee out trying to carry the Lakers.
That's what I was thinking about. That's what I was thinking about, Ty and Reg. I was just thinking right now about Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown had a great season, but his postseason wasn't the greatest. That was my opinion. So when I sit up there, yeah.
Cool. No, I was gonna say this. The only reason why I think his postseason was bad was because Tatum came back. If Tatum didn't come back, I think the Celtics go way further. Tatum hurt his team when he came back. But when we saw Jaylen Brown play pre-Tatum coming back, in my opinion, he was the best player in the league. I don't know
so and then this is my question.
Better.
This is my question to you, Ty and Reg.
What's up?
So, do you believe that it's time for the Boston Celtics to break that core up? Because I've been saying it for a while. I think they need to go their separate ways.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm not the only one that feels that way. Okay.
Yes. I would say Tatum would be the one I trade, just because Tatum has that.
I would trade him.
Name face value. But Brown, you can build around Brown.
Yeah. Brandon Jennings, I said that on YouTube. He said he would trade Luka right now and go call Brad Stevens from the Celtics to see if he can get Tatum. To Luka, straight up.
They
would never do that. Never. No. They wouldn't. No.
And you know what's crazy? Dude, go ahead, bro. I was gonna say something, but go ahead, bro.
Dude. Listen, man. Everybody. Here's the thing. It's like Reg said in the beginning of the year when this whole situation happened. After a couple of games, Luca played like, I guess, Reg gave Luca like 2 months. Wait, not even a month or a month and a half. And Reg was like, "Why you think Nico traded this dude? You don't go and trade a superstar like that, bro. You don't do that." Because Luca was considered a superstar. He was considered what Kobe was in Dallas. He wasn't on the same caliber as Kobe, but he was considered their hope in Dallas. You don't go and trade someone like Luka of like obviously of what he could put up numbers wise as a team play, as a collaborative making his teammates better. I don't think he has that as a leader like LeBron. I don't think he has that in him. But putting numbers up, yes, he can do that. But when he traded him, it's like you don't go and trade someone like that, and that's viewed around the league like, I mean, he's been on the Lakers twice. Last season, they got gentlemen swept, and then this season he was out with an injury. So and then you got Trevor Lane over here is like, oh yeah, well if Luka comes back next year, we don't know how the future could be. I mean, we could go for. I just don't think so. But go ahead, Ty.
But DC Rue, I was gonna say this. If you notice, a lot of Luca's former teammates have done significantly better or won championships after. For example, Porzingis won a championship after he left Luka Doncic and has
I
played better
agree.
since. Jalen Brunson was considered barely getting a contract his free agency after playing with Luka. Now is taking his team to the finals. There is
Exactly.
prime examples of players getting significantly better or winning
Ty,
championships after they
you
leave.
forgot Kyrie won a championship without Luka too.
There you go. Kyrie had a better run before Luca than with him. He had one good run, and after that, they could barely make the playoffs again. It is There's evidence that shows players elevate their game, or we actually see their game once Luca's not in the picture. You can't build with young talent with Luca because Luca's going to take the ball out their hands. You can't have vets on the team because Luca's going to play them out of their playing style to fit around his weaknesses. So that cancels out any move you could make. So there's Luca is such a toxic, he's such a toxic like person. Like he's a horrible person to me because
And
he is so selfish.
He said
and
he's a
Ty
horrible person to me.
and Ty and Reg, and the funny thing about all this is a
He
lot of the
said he's a
media.
horrible person.
they, yeah, it's true though. It's true. Cause here's
That
the thing though,
That
Reg.
nigga question his character.
Reg, wasn't you saying this a couple of months ago about Luca?
Yeah, man, but the way he just said it right now is funny, man.
Oh, that was great. Yeah, that was wild. But
That man said he's a horrible person.
yeah, that's wild, bro. That's Ty, you wild for that, bro. Ty's like, yo, this guy's a horrible person. But it's funny, Ty, how you say this because Reg has been saying this before even the media started saying this a couple of weeks ago. They're like, oh well, do you think is this gonna work out with Luka? And people are starting to say like, I think the Lakers should trade him. I think the Lakers are not gonna win. I've heard multiple people.
Yeah, I saw you seen Brandon Jennings, I think, on Gil's Arena. He said it too. Skip said it too.
And there was a lady, and Skip said it. Skip has been saying this before the series, before they lost the series to OKC. Skip was saying it. I mean, you got people that are not even known like Skip and Brandon Jennings that has been saying it. They've been coming out and saying it on their platforms like, you gotta trade Luka. You're not going to win a championship with Luka. Reg was saying this before all these people were saying this. Reg was mentioning this. Reg was mentioning this before the playoffs. Reg was mentioning this before the start of the season.
I'm telling you, I mean not Ty, but DC Root, they're listening.
It's crazy.
They're listening.
Because I'm like, wait a minute. Now everybody's starting to come and realize this. They're like, yeah, you gotta trade. You're not going to win a championship with Luka. I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, you're not. Again, you're not going to win a championship. Okay, the first show that Skip Bayless had with Stephen A. Smith over multiple years, he said it. I think it was like 3 weeks ago. And Stephen A. Smith looked him in his eye and stood quiet. And he said it. He said it just like that. You're not going to win a championship if Luka is your starting superstar. You have to trade him. He is phenomenal when it comes to putting up points on the board. But when it comes to being a leader, when it comes to being selling tickets, he's going to do that. But when it comes to being that echelon that you need him to be, he's not. You got to do it now before it's too late. Reg was saying this before the playoffs, in the middle of the season, the beginning of the season, media day. Reg was saying this before media day. Like, it's crazy. And I was one of the first advocates that I came on the show. Reg could tell you, and I was saying that the Lakers should have traded. That was a great trade. I was one of the first peoples. Reg was he had the buzzer on every second I spoke. He was like, "What are you talking about, bro?" And I started to realize. I started to watch the games. I'm starting to see how the season unfolds. I started to look at the games that the Lakers. Because here's the thing. Lakers fans want to look at when Austin Reeves and Luka are playing the Washington Wizards, the Charlotte Hornets, teams that weren't going nowhere. And then when they started to play teams that were going to have a big boom in the playoffs, it was quiet. That's where it matters.
Correct.
Okay, Ty.
And the thing is with Luka, and this is the scary part, his body is going to break down at a very high rate. I think Luka's breakdown will be one of the highest we've ever seen in this sport. And he's 27. Actually, he's younger than Austin Reeves, believe it or not. And if you looked at him, you would think he is a 30-year-old plus man. He may not have another 4 or 5 years left. Like, by the end of his contract with the Lakers, he might be done, like close to being done. That's a real possibility.
I mean, Ty, think about it like this. Not to cut you off, but
go ahead.
LeBron won his last ring at 35. And LeBron is the greatest athlete probably in the history of human beings. Like, honestly. And he won his last title at 35. Luka's nowhere close to that. So to think that he's going to be deep off into his 30s and he's going to be so productive to where he can help you win a championship as a first option, you have to be a little bit delusional.
Right.
I mean, think about that for a second. LeBron James hasn't won a championship since 35, and he's the greatest athlete we've ever seen. Luka's already about to be 28. By the time next season rolls around, he'll be pushing 30.
You know what, Reg? You said something a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if it was this month, last month, or the month before, and I'm thinking about it right now. I have to mention it. Luka is going to retire overseas. I think that's where his heart and his soul is at. In Slovenia or the national team, that's where he would end up playing at. Like, after that, he's going to call it quits over there. It's not going to be the NBA. It's going to be overseas. Like, he'll be done, like, finish over there. I agree with you on that, with Luka. If it's like right now, if Luka retired from the NBA, Luka is probably, I mean, he would probably be arguably, like, right now, maybe, I mean, one of the best overseas player, like, for Slovenia national team.
Yeah, give me 1 second, DC Rule. We got Maul with the $2 super chat. You said dumping Puka equals no more PTSD and the team can build. We also got Nahar in the chat. You said Luka got hurt in 23. was hurt in the playoffs in 24, had a calf and wrist injury in 25, and now a hamstring injury in 26, all by the age of 27. And I also want to give a special shout out because I see we got Kay in the chat. So I want to give a special shout out to Kay. How you doing, Kay?
You a freaky frog.
But yeah. Fellas, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I am getting a little bit, sleepy. So let me just go ahead and get you guys' final thoughts, man. Let me just go ahead and get you guys.
Yo, Reg, you wild, man.
Wild dog, you get too late, man. He start wilding
You a
out,
freaky
man.
frog.
Facts.
Listen, I am a freaky frog.
That's wild.
Listen, I've never not admitted to being a freaky frog. I'm definitely a freaky frog, man. For sure.
Wow.
You a freaky frog.
But nah, final thoughts though, fellas. Final thoughts.
You want
Shit.
You want to go, Ty?
I mean, yeah, not too much
on the
left to
next
say,
one.
man. We just gotta end this on a good note, man. We have a chance to make history. We have a chance to get rid and end Cheek Busters forever. This movie dynasty has gone on far too long. We've seen all the episodes, all the trailers. It's time to put it to rest. So hopefully this offseason we make some moves. But yeah, good call, Reggie.
All right, Ty, good call, bro. DC Rue, final thoughts, man.
My final thoughts is basically if we go into the regular season, if we go into the off season, we still got the same faces, most of the same faces, and we still got the same GM. I just don't see, now I'm gonna have to start questioning Mark Waltz because he's talking about bringing in some of his execs and management team from the Dodgers, and we still got Rob Pelinka. I don't trust in Rob Pelinka, so that's my final thoughts, man.
All right, DC Roof, stay safe, bro. Good call, man. Appreciate you.
You too, bro. Holla.
Right, bro.
You too, bro.
Peace. 444. Peace. You still there, man? Final thoughts, man.
Yeah. I'll catch you on the next one, man.
All right, 444. Good call, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Later.
Yeah, shout out to 444, DC Rue, Ty. Good panel tonight. Good call, man. Good call. Good stuff, folks. Good stuff. We got Maw. You said, yeah, K shows up and you're out. I mean, listen, I actually am, like, I was about to get ready to wrap it. I'm like I said, it's damn at 3 a.m. I'm a little bit tired. I'm not gonna lie. I'm ready to lay it down, man. You said Reg ready to beat his meat to some big booty Latinas before bed. I mean, I really hadn't thought about it, to be honest with you, Miracle Yang, but I mean, now that you mention it, I mean, I guess I might have to.
You a freaky frog.
I guess I guess I might just, since you brought it up, man, I wasn't thinking about it, but you know what, man, maybe that's how we'll end our night tonight. You know what I mean? Maybe that's how we'll end the night off tonight. Okay, shout out to Maul with the $2 super chat. You said peace, Reg, good show. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Shout out to Lexo Beats with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, man.
I'm a rolling stone.
Please don't tell me that was you saying the 96 Sonics. This is what you got to realize, Judah. It's very easy to out-debate locker room.
I'm too wild for you.
It's not very challenging whatsoever. The fact that you let locker room outwit you and out-debate you, it says a lot. We're not talking about a very high-level basketball run, and you got outwitted by the locker room.
I learned the game from some heavyweights, catching buses, making change from another place.
I will tell you why the beef started with me and Reggie, right? Reggie fucked one of my niggas' bitches, right? The locker room went to fuck one of my niggas' bitches, right? That's what he fucking disrespectful bitch.
I'm sorry in advance if I let you down. I'm sorry in advance if I let you down.
Fanhood, there's levels in fanhood. You a fan boy because you don't represent the hood, you represent the player. So don't pretend 10 that representing a player and representing a team is the same thing. So watch your fanboy mouth anytime you vlog on my name. Let's slow it down.
I'm sorry in advance if I let you down.
You lucky I'm not single. I would take your girl. That's what would happen. Don't make me come to your live and start throwing super chats at her.
So, man, I'm so in love. Yeah, I miss you. Yeah, I miss your time.
You lucky I'm not single. I would take your girl.
I wanna get back every
That's
day,
what would happen. Don't make me come to your live and start throwing
to
super
me.
chats at her. You don't notice most of the people in your comments are a bunch of racists who just hate LeBron because of his politics. Doesn't bother you at all. Ayo, bro. SMD, my nigga. SMD. You heard? SMD. You heard me? SMD. Straight up and down, dog. SMD. Nigga, I said it. You bitch-ass LeBron James fans. You bitch-ass LeBron James fans.